one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Dickey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to him on the ground. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Off play action. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Gonna run it. It's Clark.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Throwing, Sellers. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Now facing a third and long. Sellers from the gun on third down. Another incompletion on third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's a little room there. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams can you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does. I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic is it really is an air raid principle type offense, but they're still running it about 50% of the time. And you just mentioned the two guys back there. When you've got talent like that, why not? They absolutely should tote the rock.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Fires quickly. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And the Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I tell you, if you're going to throw it to the perimeter of the field against zone coverage, you've got to have really good anticipation at quarterback, and you saw it there. He threw that before his guy had even turned around. Accurate throw, they're able to make the play and get the first down.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Sellers. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell I just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
To the air, it's Sellers. Grab behind the line, it's Clark. Gain of 6, they're looking at 3rd and 4.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part and the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
With the catch, it's Harbor. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Throwing, Sellers. Looking long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Makes the grab. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
First down for the offense. Here we go.
That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second.
South Carolina, 3.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Plows through the defense. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. Quick release by the QB. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people in the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go play action with Sellers. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
This offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the 1st down, through the interception, but no harm.
And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1 and hoping to avoid a disaster. The sure hands, it's Carter. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a 1st down.
Love the play call. I love being aggressive there in the first play, the drive backed up on your own end. There's a lot of coordinators that would just try to run the ball, get some more room, get into a rhythm, but they're taking a shot right away, find some real estate. Receiver, QB on the same page. That's looking really nice if you're on it.
Makes a grab and room to run. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Red Raider.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Here's Sellers to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Clark.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Play fake, Sellers. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He breaks a tackle. There he goes.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. To the air. It's Hammond. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Second down coming up. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Could not make his way to the corner. They know how dangerous this guy is after the catch, and boy, oh boy, they set their hair on fire and caused a wreck on that hit.
They sure did. You got to be careful, too.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night, taking it the other way. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Red pass, it's complete. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lee. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The run inside, it's Sticky. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. To the air, it's Francis. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. All the way back. Touchdown Gamecocks.
It's crazy in college football. There's just so many defining moments in games that you can pinpoint, and that's one right there. The offense has the lead. You're trying to add to that here at the end of the first half. In a 2-minute situation, quarterback being way too aggressive, and that's a mistake, David. Taking pick six all the way to the house, that could really end up costing them.
And you talk about flipping a game really, really quickly. Look how bad it was looking. Now the defense gets right back in this football game, being ready for the 2-minute drill, making a play, going down and scoring, and taking all the momentum into halftime.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Running inside, it's Dickey. And they'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be third down. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He did a great job finding some field position. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the number 6 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Tigers, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Tuggle. Breaks into the open. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Again, it's Sellers. Caught in the backfield. It's Bolden. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Under fire. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. The Gamecocks are threatening on first and goal. They'll run it. It's Clark. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Keeps it on the draw. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3 tight ends in the formation on first and 10. Handoff to Joyner. Powers through the defender. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. They'll give it on the counter. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. So now it's second and long. The D reacts. They'll run play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Yeah, and how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Plucks it out of the air. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Throwing Sellers. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's the pressure. Quarterback gets the first down and more. At the 35, he's open. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that's the danger on defense about playing this guy. You've got to keep him in the pocket. If you let him get outside, he can hurt you throwing it, or he can take off and kill you. And that's what he did right there. Moving forward, they have got to do a better job containing this QB.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sticky. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Gets it out fast. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Can't get him to the ground. Runs through a man. He might have space. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Looking to the big tight end. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Got a man, it's Hunt. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. 1 more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Here's Sellers to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Hunt. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Pulls and fires complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air on 4th down. That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Makes the grab on the left. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this, and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Right down the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30, the 20, he's at the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that fourth down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the W.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And the defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Catch in the middle. It's Lee. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. Oh, what a cut. Continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Red Raider. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense. With a 47-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground.
Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, obviously, this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there, getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle.
Texas Tech, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Lee. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind.
Sends it downfield, and he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing?
South Carolina. And they'll take over.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Sellers using his feet to buy time. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. And here's the third interception of the night. Looking for more room. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on second and short. Back to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Throwing, Sellers. The sure hands, it's Harbor. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to go right back downfield. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now